Welcome, everyone, to Gameful Learning 101. I'm Katrine Becker. This is the continuation of a 10-question series that introduces me and the work I've been doing for about the last 15 years or so. It was originally created for the Game-Based Learning Virtual Summit that was held on November 1st to 3rd, 2023, and hosted by Patrick Felicia. I hope you enjoy it. In question 3, I get to talk a bit about my current projects and my areas of focus. What's keeping me excited and motivated right now?
Well, I'm at that point in my life where I'm closer to the end of my career than I am to the beginning. And so I'm kind of taking stock and looking back, seeing what was good, what was bad, what worked, and what didn't. And I got to a point some years ago where I finally realized that it is really actually okay to question everything. Why do we do what we do? And why do we do it the way we do it? So even, for example, lectures, high-stakes exams, hard deadlines for things. What is the purpose of these? What does it gain? What do the students get out of this? And why, do we really need to keep doing these things? What do we lose? What breaks if we don't? So that's where my focus comes in, and I keep taking ideas from successful games and games that work and games that people like to see what they do in those areas, in the way that they help people progress through to the end, in the way that they encourage people, giving feedback, allowing them to keep trying until they get it right or get it good enough, and giving them lots of choices. So that is sort of my version of, it becomes my version of getting back to basics, what I think about, which is, what is it that we need our students, our learners to know? What do they need to be able to do? And what does mastery look like? How do we go about measuring it, right? What is good enough? And that doesn't always, turns out, it actually almost never looks like the way we have traditionally been doing formal education. Okay, so once you free yourself from the notion that things have to be done a certain way, a lot of possibilities open up. And if you think about what needs to be taught or what your students and learners need to look like when they're finished with this, you can approach it from a different perspective than you do if you come at it from, here's how it's supposed to look. And that's the sort of thing that keeps me excited, is this idea of novel approaches, or frequently used and not frequently used, and sometimes even long forgotten ways to teach things that help students get where they need to, rather than loading them up with a whole bunch of content and then testing them with random questions drawn from a bank to see what stuck. What makes games so successful is that they tend to be fun. They're engaging, rewarding, interesting, motivating. They have all of the elements that make people want to stay and continue. And we need to think more about what we should be doing in order to make learning that, because at its very base, learning is a fundamental human activity, and it is fun. It should be fun, and we need to figure out how to get it back there.